I think that a really big part of it was I wanted to make sure that I had a good balance of academics and the athletics. And I definitely saw on recruiting visits that everybody at Siena on the women's tennis team took it really seriously, both aspects. And definitely another part for me that I think kind of made my decision for me was how close the tennis team was. Both men's and women's teams would hang out with each other, and nowhere else that I had been to was even close to that. So it was definitely more like a family than anywhere else I had been. So I think that was a really big part of it. So I actually remember the day it happened because I've been injured quite a few times. In juniors, I struggled with injuries on and off, mostly shoulder and that type of thing, but I was at practice and I hit a backhand and I immediately was like, that wasn't right, something's off, and I tried to keep playing, but I was like, the pain was too bad I couldn't keep playing, and I was like, I have to go see the trainers now. And I remember walking into the trainer and Nick was the only one there, and I was like, just so you know, I'm going to start crying. It's just because I'm scared. It's not because I'm in pain. And he was kind of like frantically like, okay. He got me a tissue box. I started crying, and it took a little while to figure out what exactly had happened, just because it was a TFCC injury, which is kind of hard to deal with, and so the recovery process was awful because it's so hard to treat, and it kind of seemed like one thing after another. It just like nothing was helping, nothing was going my way. I'd get a cortisone injection, wait a few weeks to play, try it again, and it was right back to where I started. And so that was really frustrating, but I'm back a year later, so.
Rather than dwell on it, I try to keep her positive, and actually knowing how she is, I kind of put her to work a little bit. I didn't want her sitting on the sidelines and dwelling on the fact that she's injured, and ended up being a whole year that she was out, which was a lot longer than anyone expected. But you know, things happen, and you have to do it sometimes. So she kind of became my assistant coach on court. So we're allowed to have 3 coaches on court at any given time. So I pulled her aside and said, what do you think? You know, she's our captain. She's been a captain for 2 years. And what do you think about, you know, working on court with me and being an assistant in the matches and trying to keep everybody positive? And, you know, obviously she knows tennis pretty well. So she was very good, you know, keen to the idea. And I think it helped take her mind off of her injury and stay with the team and keep pushing for herself to get back.
I'm just going to make sure I give it my all and pump up my teammates as much as I can. I think that we're a very talented group of girls, honestly, maybe the most talented since I've been here. And I think that if we all fight and we all show up and play and, you know, we're excited about it, I think we have a really good chance.